Welcome back, everybody. I've got a brand new 22-inch adventure ready griddle, and it's time to season it, so I figured I'd bring you along, give you some tips and tricks, and show you how I season a Blackstone griddle. Today we're going to season up the black Adventure Ready 22-inch griddle. These were limited edition, black, gray, and tan. They also came with a carry bag and a hardcover, and these were part of the Walmart Deals for Days, the whole Thanksgiving Black Friday blowout last year. Of course, these come with the little 1-pound regulators. These are perfect for using those small green, the 1-pound Coleman canisters that you use when we're camping. But I definitely recommend that you pick up one of our bulk tank adapter hoses. Blackstone brought this style out a few years ago. It connects directly to your griddle. These models come with a hardcover. Of course, a hardcover isn't a hood. You can't cook with it. You can hang the hardcover on the back. Then it pretty much serves two purposes. One, a grease splatter shield, protects whatever is behind the griddle. Then it obviously works as a wind protector as well, protecting the backside of the griddle from the elements. And you can just remove these little point of purchase signs. They talk about the griddle, the amount of BTUs, kind of show you how much real estate is on the griddle. Grab a paper towel or a cloth rag and wipe off your griddle top. You can see I have some snowflakes on here, but that's really about it. Just gonna see if there's any residue left over from the manufacturing process. Instruction manual, hey, you're watching YouTube. We don't need this. And I still get people that ask about the temperature for seasoning. You always want to have it on high heat. We're gonna put a protective surface on top of this griddle. We call it seasoning. It's gonna prevent your griddle top from rusting, and it's gonna create a non-stick surface. It's gonna allow you to flip burgers. It's gonna allow you to pour pancake batter on there, spin crepes, make French toast, all of the above, and your griddle top will be completely non-stick and protected from the elements. And if you want a reference point, we live on the front range of the Colorado Rockies here, about 7,300 feet. It's the middle of January, 20 degrees and snow. So you can see I've got the Mr. Heaters out here today, just seeing if I can make my life a little more comfortable while we're doing this video. Over the next 5 or 10 minutes, your griddle top will start to heat up, and you'll notice that steel top start to turn varying shades of yellow, brown, and black. I've been seasoning Blackstone griddles for 10 years. Back in the day, we used to use vegetable oil, canola oil, olive oil, avocado oil, etc. Then Blackstone came out with their own griddle seasoning and cast iron conditioner 3 or 4 years ago. It looks like what you would imagine it to look like, a little cream, a little oily. You might want to use tongs or protective gloves, so I am using my bare hands at my own risk here. I'm going to use Bounty, the quicker picker upper and the quicker putter downer, and I'm going to use these paper towels to rub a light coat of Blackstone's griddle seasoning and cast iron conditioner onto my griddle top. You want this to be able to lightly coat the steel. Then it's just a waiting game. You're gonna allow that oil to burn off, to smoke off. And when it's done smoking, we'll go in with a second coat. That burned off really quick, about 7 or 8 minutes. So we're gonna repeat the process again, really thin coating of my griddle top seasoning or my oil. And also note, I'm using Bounty. You can use whatever you want to use. A lot of people like to use a cotton rag or those blue shop towels. I just suggest using a high quality paper towel if you're going to use it, because you don't want all that extra paper residue in your seasoning. And this is what it looks like after round 2. In for round 3, and I'm also going to remind you that you might want to consider wearing heat-resistant gloves or using tongs as well. You definitely want to protect your hands. This is a hot griddle top here, so I am accepting the responsibility. 500-degree piece of steel and bare hands, so definitely take care of yourself. At this point, you're done with your initial seasoning, but your griddle top isn't going to be fully seasoned or non-stick until you've cooked on it a few times. So cooking oil and onions. A lot of times I'll just cook a bunch of onions and that is it. Of course, the onions have oils and they help distribute that oil around the griddle top. Just a great way to season up your griddle top and to help to fill in all those nooks and crannies. But I have ulterior motives today. We are going to transition this into a bunch of breakfast burritos. So to my onions, we've got about a pound and a half of diced bacon. You definitely want to take advantage of all the oil, all the bacon grease though, and pack that food back into those corners and season up the remaining parts of your griddle top. And if you want to see more of my videos which feature outdoor cooking in cold, crazy weather like today, right here on Let's Give It a Try, just go back a month or two. You'll see me giving tips and tricks on cooking in cold weather, see me cooking in hunting camps up in the mountains, or just go to my personal YouTube channel where I have a ton of blizzard cooking videos. I love griddling in the cold weather. When the bacon starts to cook and sizzle, it's maybe just a third of the way done. I'll go ahead and move that over into one section. We're doing Colorado style burritos today, so I got a bunch of diced potatoes that we're gonna put over here on this side of the griddle and get them to start to soften up. We'll allow the bacon to continue to cook, and then when the bacon gets all the way done later, we'll mix it in with the potatoes. And I'm gonna kick it old school with the first generation taco and fajita bottle. This bacon is looking really good. I'm gonna say that's 60%, maybe 70% done. So this is where we're gonna mix it all together. Potatoes, onion, bacon. The bacon will continue to cook and the potatoes will cook. They will sizzle up and cook in that bacon grease. We'll move that beautiful mixture all the way over to one side. We're gonna get our tortillas ready for later. So down with a little bit of oil and then straight down with raw, uncooked tortillas. Alrighty, and that's what we want right there. Look at that gorgeous color. I have my first generation Blackstone tortilla warmer, so we're gonna put them in there. The weather's really picking up out here. If you've never used a tortilla warmer, this one has long since been discontinued, but Blackstone has other ones available. And I'll just keep repeating the process. We'll toast up a bunch of tortillas for later. The bacon, egg, potato mixture is done. I'm gonna pull out a frosty, snowy aluminum hotel pan, put our mixture in here until later. And I've got 13 or 14 eggs that I've scrambled up here. To each his own on this. I'm gonna scramble these separately, but sometimes I'll scramble them up with my mixture and keep it all together. A little bit of salt on those eggs. The benefit of doing your eggs separate like this is you can keep them really fluffy. I mean, come on, look at that. And while those eggs are finishing up, I've got some frosty, snowy Muso Pueblo green chilies here. So for the sake of ending this video at one point today, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the eggs down into my bacon, potato, and onion mixture, followed by a whole bunch of cheese, asadero, queso, quesadilla, sharp cheddar, Monterey Jack, and come on, look at those Pueblo green chili, baby. Back over to my griddle top with the griddle scraper. Grab your paper towels and clean it up the rest of the way. Get all that yucky residue off your griddle top. Clean griddle top, a little bit of oil. That's the way I clean my griddle in between cooks every single time. Now we can go ahead and make our burritos. When it comes to making the burritos, more often than not, we just stuff them and eat them like this. Sometimes we put cilantro in there, but of course we have to have Cholula chili garlic as well. Let's give it a try. But if you want to, you could certainly fill up your burritos and toast them up on your griddle top for a little extra something something. This is totally up to you, and of course you can just do a minute or two on each side to give them a nice toast. I'm talking about something like this. I mean, come on, look at that. And then just, of course, another scrape, wipe down, and oil. Should always leave your griddle top with a little glisten of oil. And that's how easy it is to season your Blackstone griddle and cook delicious food. By the way, I have lots of videos on seasoning Blackstone griddles, how to clean Blackstone griddles, specific recipes on cooking the burritos, enchiladas, quesadillas, all that good stuff. BlackstoneProducts.com is your portal for everything Blackstone. And please give me a thumbs up or leave me an encouraging comment down below. Until next time, this is Todd. I'm saying praise the Lord and pass the Colorado breakfast burritos, baby.